Thank you for watching the most profitable show in crypto history. Stop everything that you're doing. Now it's crypto time. Welcome to the Crypto Villas Show.
Fala pessoal, bem-vindo ao canal do Criptovilla. Eu sou o Criptovilla e estou aqui para compartilhar com vocês as últimas notícias do mundo cripto. Pessoal, como vocês sabem, hoje é um dia especial, tá? Primeiro, para quem é novo no canal, se inscreva, toca no sininho, todas as notificações, se inscrever, sininho, todas as notificações. E claro, sempre deixando aquele like aí, tá bom? Se possível, também me siga no Twitter, tá? No Instagram também. Pessoal do Instagram, corre para o YouTube, youtube.com/criptovilla, tá? Só lá que você vai conseguir ver a entrevista. E se quiser conversar mais, vai no nosso grupo do Telegram, tá, pessoal? Como vocês sabem, hoje é um dia especial aqui, vou conversar com o CEO da RITESTREAM, já vou chamar ele para o canal aqui, tá? Só um esclarecimentozinho, então, as 3 primeiras perguntas que eu selecionar, obviamente tem que ser boa, tá, pessoal? Vai ganhar $50 cada uma no token, no token da RITEcoin, tá? E outros 2 sorteios vão ter. Um deles é para quem deu RT nesse tweet, tá? E um outro é para quem estiver assistindo online aqui. Tá, então tudo eu vou fazer ao vivo, como vocês sabem, 100% transparente, tá bom? Então vou chamar aqui para o show, valeu pessoal, tô vendo muitos comentários, isso aí, faz bombar o chat, tá bom? Vamos lá. Hey RIAZ, thank you so much for coming, welcome to the show.
Hey Villa, thanks for having me here.
So, first of all, I'd like that you make a small introduction about yourself and about RITESTREAM, what RITESTREAM is about.
Okay, sure. A quick introduction about myself. I've been in the film and television business for about 17 years, produced a number of shows, broadcasts on Netflix, Hulu, all the major platforms, nominated for Emmy Awards. And prior to that, my background was in technology, and that's where my love for crypto comes in. And tell you a little bit about our platform. So we're building an ecosystem for film and television, whereby you'll be able to create, any creator can bring their ideas to life via our Launchpad platform. And also we have got a B2B marketplace where film and TV content can be monetized through streaming platforms across the globe. And we are also launching a consumer app where you'll be able to watch our content across the globe and also be able to earn the right tokens as well.
Good. So, can you tell me a little more, how can I say, about the creator and monetization, how it's going to work? Because we had some issues today, right, with the currency platforms.
Can you repeat the question, Villa?
Yes, sure.
Clear. Okay.
Can you tell us some of the creator and monetization issues that RITESTREAM wants to solve?
Okay. So as a creator, which I've been for a long time, if I have an idea for a film or a TV show that I want to bring to life, then today I would have to go and pitch to broadcast networks, to studios, or to sponsors, etc. And it's a very long and tedious process. And it can take years to bring a creative idea to life. And also, even after I create that idea, usually the studio takes control of that, or the broadcaster, or there's a middleman that controls the distribution chain. And effectively, as a creator, I have very little control, and I get very little share of the revenues that result from my creation. And this is what we're changing. We're putting power back in the hands of the creators. We're connecting them with the community. We're giving them a way to bring the ideas to life very quickly through our Launchpad platform, and for the community to get involved in these ideas as well. And imagine this, right? Imagine if you could have a piece of the next Star Wars movie. If you own 1% of that when it got conceptualized, you'd be making money for the next 50 years. So that's what we're bringing to the community.
Oh, that's good. And how does RITESTREAM empowers creator and solving funding and licensing issues?
Okay, so the way it empowers creators is that they no longer have to go through that very tedious cycle. They can come to our Launchpad platform, and imagine they have a film, right? And I'll probably best to describe it through a journey, right? So they come to our platform and say, I've got this film that I'd like to make, and the film costs $1 million in theory. So then they place a script and metadata, etc., onto the Launchpad, and then we open it up to the community for funding, and we issue $1 million NFTs, whereby the community can buy these NFTs, and these NFTs have rights attached to them. So the rights to revenue, the rights to behind-the-scenes materials, exclusive access, and so forth. And with this, we raise funding for the movie, and then imagine this: that within a couple of weeks after you bought these NFTs, a famous actor gets attached to these movies, right? And suddenly the value of the NFT will increase exponentially, and your investment is liquid. You're not in a traditional movie investment where it'll take years for you to realize any return. That because these are NFTs, are tradable straight away, so you can make your money straight away. And of course, once the movie gets made, then we help monetize that movie through a B2B platform. Now, this is really cool. I'll share a bit more about how that works, right? So we have created a very unique technology whereby streaming platforms from across the globe connect to us, and we provide them content as a service. So it's a SaaS-based solution. And effectively what happens is they say, we want 1,000 hours of content. They pay us a monthly fee and they get 1,000 hours of content. Now, when this creator comes to us and we have made this movie for them, we plug that into the ecosystem and it starts generating money straight away. So now they have a ready-made distribution channel that they wouldn't have had before. So sure. This is a game changer for the industry, Villa, and that's why we're super excited.
Totally agree. And well, can you talk a little more about the business model and market metrics?
Of course. So as I was mentioning before, the business model in which we basically have this current existing business, which is B2B, and this has been around for 4 years now. We're not a new business. We've been around for a long time, and we've got a very established team, a global team. And this is where we connect content with a whole bunch of streaming platforms and we monetize the content, right? And we are already generating millions of dollars worth of revenue with our current business model. And also, if I look at the market metrics, and entertainment is a massive industry. It's $1 trillion industry today. And that's the opportunity that we're tapping into. And unlike other sectors, like if you look at gaming, etc., that's growing massively, but still there's a small proportion of people that play games. Whereas with what we're doing with entertainment, everybody watches films, everybody watches content, whether you're 4 years old or 100 years old, right? So that's where I think this is a massive opportunity that we're tapping into. And we already have a solid foundation of a Web 2 business that we're taking into Web 3.
Perfect. And can you talk a little about the RITESTREAM team? Where are you guys based? How many people are working?
Of course. So, as I mentioned before, I'm based in Singapore. I'm from Australia originally, lived here for a while. Our team is very global. We have 35 people in the team across 10 countries, including Brazil, of course. And we have people, yeah, we do. And we have people in the United States, across Europe, Middle East, India, so Asia, of course. So, and our team is extremely experienced within the industry. So I gave you a background about myself. My co-founder, Damien, he's a veteran of the industry, been in the industry for 25 years. He's a serial entrepreneur himself as well, worked with Fox, with National Geographic, Channel 7 and so forth. I've got people like Natalie Morley. She was the co-founder of Fashion TV, and she's our chief content officer. We've got Eddie Tan. He's head of our studio partnerships. He used to head up Fox channels in Asia for many years. So we've got an incredible team in various countries across the globe.
Perfect. And are there any partnerships or backers, maybe some new partnership that you want to disclose for us here?
Yes, absolutely. So we have some amazing backers, and ranging from traditional venture capital firms like SOSV and Artesian that invested in us in the early stages of our business, and they've come into our token sale as well. And we have companies like Great South Gate. We have Engine, of course. That's a famous protocol. Engine Starter. They're one of our IDO platforms. We've got Metaverse Ventures, Shisha Finance. We've got about 30 plus amazing backers behind the project. So we're super proud of them. And all of these guys, we handpick these guys, right? Money is not that hard in crypto. It's really about finding the right partners. That's important. And we're looking for partners that are going to be with us on this journey long term, and that are not here for a quick buck, that look at the big vision, what we're building, and they can see that this is going to be a $100 billion business that we're building, and they're not here for the quick win. And so we've got some awesome partners on the investment front. And then, of course, we're building great partnerships with other projects as well. So one of them is called Planet Peter. It's a dating app in the metaverse, and we're building cinemas in the metaverse. And one of our first cinemas will go live in May this year, where we'll be dropping content. So this is really cool. A lot of projects talk about this stuff, but we're actually doing it. And these partners are fantastic. I mean, you've seen how dating apps have grown in the traditional Web 2 space, and Web 3 is going to take off massively, and we're going to have millions of customers, and that's who our target is. So that's just one example. There's other partnerships we are doing. We've just done a couple of interesting deals. We bring on some folk from lead actors from Money Heist, the show, which you guys probably know. And we're going to be creating some NFTs with them as well. And there's a few other actors that we have, and an awesome movie project that we'll be announcing in the next couple of days. That's a game changer as well.
Okay, the film announcement is going to be out before the IDO?
That's our plan. We're talking to a couple of big publications about doing the announcement at the moment. And there's a big conference coming up shortly in LA around NFTs. So we're looking to to make that announcement around that time.
Oh, good news, guys. Good news, guys. And well, talking a little about the token economics, can you do a general view about the token economics, use cases?
Yes, of course. So the use case for the token, of course, we have this consumer app. And guys, that's launching next month. It's not that far off. It's not pie in the sky stuff. We have already built this baby, and as you know, we're just fine-tuning it now. So you'll be able to watch content using our consumer app. And also you'll be able to earn right tokens, right? So talking about use case, that when you watch content, you watch Netflix, you don't get rewarded for that. With us, when you watch content and you interact with that content in a meaningful way, then you'll be able to earn these right tokens. So the use cases are, of course, to view content, to earn tokens through viewing content. And then you'll be able to participate in our NFT drops using our right tokens. You'll be able to participate in funding of content as well. And then there'll be staking mechanisms built in at various parts of the ecosystem. So, there's many, many use cases for what we do.
Okay. And still about the token economics, what will be the initial market cap and the hard cap, the total raised?
So the total raise is $3 million, and the initial market cap will be 290,000.
Okay. And how about the tokens held by the team? Are they locked up? And if so, for how long?
Yeah, it's a 36-month vesting schedule for the team. And, even for our advisors and partners, it's a 36-month schedule. So as I mentioned before, that it's a long-term play for us.
Longer run.
Yeah.
Perfect. And how about the IDO? When and where?
Okay, so we've had our IDOs on Engine Starter, on Oxbow, Spores we launched already, and one final one that's happening, I believe, later today is on Firestarter. So if you guys still want to get in, this is your last chance. Go to Firestarter and get some of our tokens. Guys, we're listing this Thursday, so super excited. This is going to be huge, and love to have your support.
And how about the SEC, Centralized Exchange listing? Is there some negotiation already going on?
Yeah, so we have already announced Gate.io. That's a big SEX. We have another one being announced later today, and they'll do the announcement first. So we always have to wait for the exchanges to make the announcement. But another great SEX, we're looking at all the top 10 exchanges basically in what we're doing. There's two more that we have just literally in the last 2 days we've signed up. So we'll be announcing that in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. And do you have some KPIs or goals that you can share with us? I don't know, numbers of users, creators, films.
Yeah, of course. Look, so because we have a solid foundation, right? So we already have around 3,000 creators on our platform today, and we're bringing them into Web3. And we have over 100,000 hours of content. This is like having 10,000 NFTs in our marketplace today. So we have a solid foundation. And then, of course, we're bringing on some pretty big names, some celebrities onto our platform, and some really interesting content onto our platform as well, which we'll be announcing fairly shortly. So we're off to a very solid start, and this baby's going to the moon. It's gonna, we've got so much in the pipeline that I'd love to share, but we're in the NDAs with some of the stuff, so I can't spill all the beans.
Okay. So right now I'm going to roll out a small video, and we come back for the questions and answer.
Amazing.
Like this video, subscribe to Crypto Villa's channel, and click on the bell button in order to turn on your notifications. Also, don't forget to follow him on Twitter. That's the only way to get notified earlier so you can take advantage of this. Information is power. Early information is profit.
So let's see here. Many questions from Silvio. He always does nice questions here in the interview. Could you say that the biggest contribution of the project will be to give back the autonomy of the video producer linked to cost effectiveness?
Yeah, so Sylvia, this is a great question. This is all about empowering the creators, right? It's giving them the ability to control their destiny, and for the people that watch this content to contribute towards that. And ultimately, who is better to help a product succeed than its audience, right? If you believe in something, you're going to watch this later, and you back that project, then that project is going to succeed. So this harmonizes, the connection between the creator and the community, and really empowers both in that process.
Perfect. Another question from Silvia again. You understand that the best potential customers are TV stations and the cinema, but I wonder what possibilities do you see for video platforms like YouTube?
Yeah, so look, what we've seen is YouTube has been great for a lot of user-generated content, but when we look at professionally produced content, if a movie costs millions of dollars, then that's not likely to premiere on YouTube, except if YouTube funds it. So we see that the monetization angles are, of course, the traditional theaters, the linear broadcasters, streaming platforms, and so forth. But the other great opportunity is within the metaverse. And I think this is where things are really going to take off. And I just mentioned one of the metaverse partnerships. There's a lot more we're lining up as we speak. And I think the revenue potential will increase exponentially as we exploit these sources. And of course, we are also taking these movies and creating NFTs from them. And we'll be doing NFT drops from curated scenes within the movie, which also increases the revenue opportunity for the creators.
Perfect. And the question about investment here from CMG. Will token holders have any advantages to invest in films? I don't know, like early bulls?
Great question, actually. So yes, they will definitely have an advantage, not just in investing in films, but also buying these NFTs. That if you're a token holder of the right coin, then you will get premium access. That you'll get exclusive access to the NFT drops, and also the ability to invest in the films that come onto our platform. And that's also a great reason for people to hold on to the right token, because the benefit you get from these tokens will be a lot more than what you would if you were to sell them, basically.
Perfect. And the question from Wagner here. Could you name your main competitors inside and outside crypto world? I don't know if you have a competitor inside the crypto world.
No, great question, actually. Look, I think within the crypto world, there have been, I've been in crypto since 2013, right? I started dabbling in Bitcoin back then, and I've seen a few people come and go. There's been projects that have raised hundreds of millions of dollars. But what I find is with a lot of the so-called competitors is that they're looking at the ecosystem from just one angle. So it's like taking an elephant and looking at the legs of an elephant or the tail or whatever, the trunk. But no one's addressing the whole elephant, and that's what we do. That's why we're different, right? So we're not just about creating content. We're not just about monetizing content. We are doing everything, and we are exploiting every possible opportunity around content. And the other difference with us and our competitors is that we have a real business today. We have a business that's been in existence for 4 years now, and that's been generating revenue for these years that nobody else can actually claim. And in the non-crypto world, there are marketplace platforms, but they do a very traditional business model. They don't even come close to what we're doing. So in a sense, there's competitors for individual components of our ecosystem, but no one that does what we do or has an established business.
Perfect. One more question from Rafa, but don't worry, I'm going to translate to you. Okay. It's about the funding, right? He says here that the creators, it's not too easy to get some funding, right? And he asks here, in case I want to invest in a project, I will be a owner of a part of a project. I will have some kind of shares. And is there a minimum, a minimum amount that I have to invest?
No, and this is what's great about what we're building, that we're really democratizing the economy, right? That we want to make it easy for the ordinary man, that even if you have $10 to invest, that you can invest in these projects. And you could have a very, very tiny percentage of that movie, and still benefit from that and participate in its success. So each movie will have a different threshold, of course, that if you're raising a $10 million investment, then the threshold might be $50, for example, that you need to invest. But in a traditional movie, you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd have to invest $1 million to be able to get in, right? So now we make it easy for everyone.
And they have good connections.
That's right. Have the good connections and have access, and it's really, really tough. So now we make it easy for everyone, and not only that, we make it easy not just to invest, but also to get out of that investment, because it's an NFT. You can sell it.
Yes. So. Yes. Perfect. And many questions here. Many questions.
We love questions very much.
from Diogo, this one. He says here that the right coin is going to be the token, the global token of the system, right? And also for the people who want to watch the content, right? And he asks here, how are we going to handle with this? Because if the token is needed, of course, there is a friction, right, for no crypto people. and how you guys are going to handle
okay.
this?
So we're making it super easy, right? Through our app, we're going to have a payment gateway that you can buy RITE tokens with your credit card. So we take away the friction. So you can come to our app and you'll say, I want 100 RITE tokens. You swipe your card, boom, you'll have the RITE tokens.
So we'll have a fiat on ramp solution, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect. Let's see if we have more questions. I think the other are only good comments here.
Great.
And everyone, this, how can I say, this kind of project is really weird because we don't have any competitors, right? Because it's a huge market, much bigger, as you said, than gaming. And you don't have the, not friction, but gaming is just a part of the world. But watch content, everyone does. The people are doing this right now. Yes. And I'd like to know if you have any final thoughts that you want to say here.
Sure.
I don't know, ask people to go to the Twitter, to the Telegram, to participate in the IDO.
Yeah, thanks, Villa. Yeah, I absolutely. So just some final comments, and guys, please follow our official channels because we don't want people getting scammed. We've seen scam sites set up, and which we are very concerned about. So go to our official channels. Go to RITESTREAM.io, which is our website, and you can find all of our social channels there as well. And follow us, ask any questions that you want. Our team is always online. I'm in the social channels as well, and support our project. If you haven't already got the tokens, go to Firestarter today and buy the tokens and participate in the IDO. And if you can't get them today, then go to gate.io on Thursday. We are listing at 9 a.m. UTC. So remember that time. And do not go anywhere else. So there you go, 6 a.m. Perfect. So go and check it out and stay here for the journey because we have so many exciting things. Don't be in a hurry on this one. We've got a whole bunch of things lined up for you guys, and for the next few months, literally, we've got a very coordinated plan. So what you see initially, there will just be the beginning of the journey. And there's a lot more coming. So thank you all for your support.
Thank you, RIAZ. And maybe later on, after the platform goes live, you can come back here and make some updates for my audience.
Absolutely. I would love to. Thank you, Villa. Thanks for having me here today.
Thank you, RIAZ. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Pessoal, muito obrigado por assistir aqui. Como vocês sabem, né, as 3 primeiras pessoas, tá, pessoal? Então, se é da mesma pessoa a pergunta, vai para outra ganhar os $50, tá bom? Vou fazer outros 2 sorteios rápidos aqui, ó, da RITESTREAM, tá? O primeiro é para quem deu RT aqui, que eu falei, só quem desse RT ia ganhar, tá? E o segundo é para quem estiver assistindo online. Então, vamos lá. Primeiro aqui, ó, tô pegando o número de retweets. Vamos lá. Aqui não está funcionando direito, pessoal. Tá? Vamos ver se ele vai pegar aqui. Vamos lá, se ele vai... Pegou. Então, pegou. Só não mostrou, não vamos ver. Então, quem ganhou? A Fábia ganhou. Parabéns, Fábia. Depois manda sua wallet da Binance Smart Chain, tá bom? E o segundo aqui, como sempre, pessoal. Para quem está assistindo online, tá? Vou dar aquela contagem de 5 segundos. Tem que comentar alguma coisa, senão não participa do sorteio. Vamos lá. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vamos lá. Quem ganhou? O Jackson. Parabéns. Então, me mandem sua wallet da Binance Smart Chain por meu e-mail. Tá bom, pessoal? É isso aí, pessoal. Muito obrigado pela presença. Vou encerrar aqui. Até amanhã, 9 da noite, com live, com muitas informações. Até lá. Valeu pela presença. Tchau, tchau.